Hello and welcome to today's product update for Just Planet, where we discuss the last feature update for Just Planet for this year. As always, here are some preliminary information. This is a GoToWebinar, so all attendees are automatically muted to optimize the quality of audio and to cancel out any involuntary background noises and the like. If you do have questions, please feel free to ask those via the chat box while in the meeting or send us an email after it. As always, my name is Jan Vierguts. I am the development lead for Just Planet, and I'm your host for this webinar. So let's dive into it immediately. Let's start with this. And why I do want to start with this is just to emphasize this is an empty Just Planet. And I do mean completely empty. There are, as you can see, not even resource groups except the standardized default setup here. And why did I want to show this? Because one of the main features we added also heavily impacts how we upload data into Just Planet via the Excel sheet. And if we take a quick look here in our resources Excel sheet, you immediately see what we added. Some of you might know this from the launch procedure that we do, where one of us helps you set up your resource group and resource combinations with something like this, and this is what we call a skill matrix. So what we added is into the Excel sheet you now have an additional sheet called matrix, in which you can very easily set up which resource is capable of the processes for which resource group. So for example, if we look here into row 1, I have a saw machine which should be able to do sawing. And as well, I do have Adam, who is currently capable of doing saw operations, buildings, and packaging. And what I just did when I built this Excel sheet, I went through all my resources and said, okay, what can Adam do? Adam can operate this, this, and this. And this is it. This is how you can now, on a very first glance, see immediately which resource can do which skill, and a very easy way to set those up. This entails, of course, that in the resource tab, you no longer do need the resource groups column that was there primary to this. And what some eagle-eyed viewers may already have seen, we have added a new column to this, the capacity level. The capacity level is an old functionality that allows you to simulate if in this example, for example, a saw can operate 2 tasks at once or does it at twice the speed and therefore has the capacity level 2. Okay, and this is now for the first time ever uploadable. So let's do just that. Let's go into our Just Planet, hit the upload button, do navigate to our correct folder and upload our resources. Let's wait for a quick moment, and there we go. As you can see, Saw 2 with the capacity level 2 in the group sawing, everything just as we put it in the Excel sheet with the new skill matrix. But of course, once the data is in here, you might not want to have the skill matrix in your Excel sheet, or it might not be up to date. But what is always up to date is the matrix that we added to the resource dialog. As you can see now, I've opened the Manage Resources dialog here, and you see the tab Resources with the old view that was there before, and now added is a Matrix tab, which basically is the exact same thing as we have in the Excel sheet. And if you scroll down, you might notice some blank areas. That is just reloading data on the fly to also encompass big data loads. Okay, and of course, if you do change something here, for example, let's say Adam made his degree and is now capable of doing paintings, we just tag it here and we immediately see it's also updated in the old view. And if I do remove that here, of course, the change is reflected in the matrix. Okay, now we have a lot of resources put into it, and we are very close to, for many of our customers, our winter vacations. And of course, you know how to set up such such an exception for a large amount of groups, you go to the Manage Calendar Exceptions dialog, hit Select All, and just say, okay, from the 24th all the way to the 1st of January, there is 0 work time because we are on a company-wide vacation. And as you might have noticed, there's now a note field here where we can enter exactly that information. So let's add this info here. Hit Add to Exceptions, and we also see it over here. And this means that now, for the first time ever, you can tag your calendar exceptions, meaning you don't have to guess anymore. You can why there is a change in work time. Let's say, for example, that we do know that for whatever reason, SAW2 has scheduled maintenance on the 23rd, and we say, okay, you can only work the night shift from 0 to 8 and then start back on from 8 to 24 again. And this is because throughout the day you're in maintenance. Add that also to the exceptions. Hit OK, wait for a second till the changes are applied, and we do already see the gray blocks overall for the company-wide vacation. We also see here the small gray block for SAW2. And of course, there's an easier way to see that. If we go into the calendar view, you will immediately notice the blue bars where a calendar exception is made. And if we hover over this now, you will also see that there is now a tooltip describing not only the work time change that was made, but also why it was made in displaying the description. And speaking of tooltips, we also added a new feature for those. If you go to Settings and take a look down here where it says Show Tooltip, it now says immediately instead of yes, and that is because we added 3 new options to the Show Tooltip field, where you can turn it off entirely, show it immediately, which will be a hovering delay of 0.5 seconds, show it slightly delayed, which will be 1 second, or severely delayed, which will be a 2-second delay until a tooltip appears. So let's select that for now. Hit OK. And now, as you can see, it takes a while to appear. And that is not because it needs to calculate something, it is because we set the appearance rate to 2 seconds. Okay, but now we have the meat and potatoes in our plan. We have the resources and the resource groups, but the real important things are missing. We are still don't having any jobs. So let's add those. And why do I want to add those? That is mainly because in the jobs we also made an update to the upload. You are now capable of uploading all the custom fields if they are set up in Just Planet. So if you added a custom field for tasks and jobs, and you can upload those now through the Excel upload in tasks, in component templates, and in job templates, just like any other data set. So if we take a quick look, upload our job data, and there we go, I underestimated the 2 seconds. And down there you see immediately field 1 and field 2 are from our custom fields uploaded directly so that you can directly use that information through the Excel sheet, which was not possible before. Okay. I don't see any questions in the chat. If you do have any, please feel free to always contact us with issues, with suggestions, what you might miss from Just Planet, with anything else. You can contact me directly at jan.vierguts@justplanet.com or contact us at support@justplanet.com. And I want to take this time now to really thank all of you for your support and your usage of JPI throughout this very tough year for everyone. We are really happy that you guys work with us and that we are able to bring you a software that really helps you focus your production scheduling. And we're really excited for next year when we have so many very interesting things prepared but are not yet comfortable to share with you because we have not yet tied down when everything will be done. And I wish all of us that do take that vacation a very nice winter vacation, a happy holidays. Those that celebrated Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and take the time if you have it to rest down, to power start into the next year. Again, thank you very much for your kind attention and have a great day.